most people are ashamed of it when you don't have to be, because this world is very judgmental. um, what happens is people forget that they can be in the same shoe just as someone else. So we all have to remember that and focus on that, because addiction really much, for the most part, come from trauma. And what happened is the trauma started when you weren't even aware of the trauma that you were in, because it happened at an early age. So when you get older, you then kind of realize that you were in something that you didn't even know. And then by the time you get older, because people didn't pay it any attention, and I can say that for myself, we see people out here, they're going through things, but we don't really know the things that they are going through. So sometimes you guys have to sit back and just do a quick check. It could have been me. Let me listen. Let me find out what's wrong, and maybe I can help. That doesn't mean you can help everybody, but you have to stop being judgmental and give somebody a chance to let you know their story, and then maybe let you in, and then maybe get you help. But again, regardless of all of that, people, you cannot help anybody unless they're able and willing to do the work to help themselves.
Wow.
So,
So let me just say, let me
mhm.
just ask you this over. So over in New Wave, the process that you all have is that making sure that people know that they're loved, right?
Correct.
But also making sure they know that they got to put in some of this work as well to help them, come off of this addiction,
Hmm.
change their life, all that kind of stuff. What are some of the things over at New Wave, particularly that take place that you've seen differently in other places?
You know, Angel Brown is there, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's no regular Angel Brown. She don't know what regular is. I mean, she, just like Mike, you have seen her ever since the day you've met her. She treat New Wave as just as another business. It's not the fact that they have problems or things like that. She still treat them just like me and you. So it's
Okay.
no difference. New Wave is just, you can't come to New Wave and not feel like you're a part of a family.
Mm-hmm.
Same way they call you about the radio station and say, "Oh, where's Angel?"
Right. Mm-hmm.
Same thing they do at New Wave.
Wow.
I mean, New Wave is, she's the center
Mm-hmm.
of it,
Mm-hmm.
of
Yeah.
New Wave, and anybody would say that she's not would be telling a big old lie. But you have to be still held accountable. She's giving them the resources and the things that they need. But again, if they don't want to put in the work to do it, it's not really much, really anything that anybody can do for that person. So she really like talks to them and make them feel at home. You know, Angel walk up to you and hug anybody.
Right.
COVID didn't
Right.
mean
That's
anything,
right. It
okay?
matter. Yeah.
She's hugging, they kiss. You know, Damon always there like,
Right.
you know,
That's
we're
okay.
like, you know, it's COVID, right?
Right there.
I don't care. I mean,
Uh-huh.
she's still gonna allow you to hug her.
Mm-hmm.
The smooches on the cheeks. So I just pretty much think that, she was set to do what she do, and
Okay.
that's why she's so good at it. And New Wave is an extension of her
Mm-hmm.
now being in a business form and able to help more people, because she was doing this before New Wave.
Right.
Now New Wave has given her a platform to help more people. So that's what she's doing. And New Wave is, of course, is the best program ever. New Wave Health Services.
That was a commercial. That
Yes,
was
it
a live
was.
commercial.
Yes, it
Okay.
was.
So let me put you on the spot.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So you made the transition.
Hmm.
You've been working, and I know you were gifted in a number of different types of business and hospitality, in bar and grills, and working in those business as well as real estate, all that as well.
Hmm.
But here you are making a transition into the substance abuse
Hmm.
business and helping in that capacity. What compelled you to come that way, and then obviously making the switch to do that and also come to New Wave too.
Okay, Angel Brown, y'all have so many certificates
Mm-hmm.
and licenses.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever she's involved in, normally I'm attached in some type of way.
Right.
People just don't
Okay.
see it in the background. I
Right.
got my real estate license. I do land inspections. I do, and with this, I still own my own bar.
Come on.
So I'm still doing that, but just like everybody else, I like
Mm-hmm.
money,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm good at customer service. Been doing it for over 20 years, and then helping people, I've been doing that too. I know people look at me and Angel like she crazy silly, and then I'm the one that be like, all right, I ain't taking no stuff,
Mm-hmm. Right.
But we've always done for people anyway. That's what I have.
Wow.
I think that's our gift. I know it is.
It is.
But we just do it at a different way. But then when we come together, it's still good. And she know that anything that We do. We normally do good at it.
Well, I seen you tag team. It's funny, and I think we need to say that to Jesus, like families.
Yep.
They get away. Why am I getting emotional talking about this? This is good. Okay. Anyway,
Come on. Let's go.
families getting together. Sisters and brothers working together. I've always seen, whether it was a seminar, whether it's an event, whether it's something like that, you're at the door helping, assisting, preparing, not trying to take over. Because see, some people have a problem with that.
Right.
That okay, you doing this and I'm not doing this, so I want to try to take over that. You know what I mean? No,
right.
You guys seem to mesh together so that it can be successful.
Because what people happen, and even in groups, like if you say singing groups and stuff like that, everybody want to be at the head, right?
Right.
But everybody have a different part to play.
Come on now.
Like I do this good, you do this good, but we're all gonna eat.
Right.
So if she's doing well, we all gonna eat.
Right.
And I already know we had this whole thing, back when we was younger. She was Toni Braxton, I was Tawanda, like I was the assistant.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
so we were already good. We already set this in motion. So I got to make sure she good, and she makes sure I'm good. But it's always been like that, and that's what people want to be like. Oh, I want to be the one that they say their name.
Right.
Let me tell you something. I get paid if they just say angel name or say if I'm doing something else. It doesn't matter, but that's where people lose focus at because everybody think they want to do it. But when you in that position, you don't have a clue what that person actually was doing.
Wow.
So I tell people, you can put my shoes on, but you ain't gonna walk nowhere. It doesn't feel the same. So that's where people mess up at, and that's where, and normally in Black people, with Black folk,
go ahead.
They are ones that really don't do it.
Right.
And then you wonder why you left behind because everybody didn't want to.
Well, look, you look at any other culture, okay? The family's there.
Yeah.
You go into a Chinese restaurant.
Store?
Look, the little boy, little Chinese boy, he at the cash register, counting the money, gave me my money back and everything. Mom and dad over here talking about this.
Yeah.
We got to do that kind of thing as well, not pull each other down. You brought that up. That's a good point.
But mentally, people, they just not ready. And what I see now is that's why mental abuse is really serious right now, because people put it to the side for so long. And now that it's so big, now everybody looking at it like it just came out. No, it been there.
Right.
Everybody just was like, oh, they fine. They don't need no help. And now when it gets to the bad point where somebody feel like they're going to hurt themselves or somebody else, it's like, oh, now we need help.
Now it's a crisis.
But everybody has to watch the signs, which people don't do. And I can probably say that, and even me sometimes, right? It's like, oh, they okay. They just crazy. We always put that word out there. And we take it as a joke.
Right.
That person crazy. No, literally, guess what? Shepherd Pratt is waiting.
Right.
But we not looking at it like that. But it's sometimes we do it to our family members because we assist too much. Because we all want everybody to be good, right? And you're like, if I help the person, they're gonna be okay.
Right.
But in reality, you're not helping them.
There's some bigger issues.
It's some bigger issues. You thinking money, throwing money on it, throwing this on it. It ain't really about that.
Right.
But people don't understand it. Money can't really fix everything. Right. Why do you think a lot of people with money are having the problems that we have?
That's right. Well, there's plenty of people that are rich and miserable.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And because they're dealing with all the other things, and you're right. When you and as I bring that usually when I'm talking to people from a God perspective, you can go buy everything, but you can't. You can go to a hospital, but you can't buy health.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can, you can't buy those type of things. You think you can get something to try and make you feel
right.
a little bit
for
better.
A second.
Right, for a second.
For a second.
But you're not going to be able to fix the whole thing. And so that's why it's just amazing with what you're doing in New Wave. Angel told me that the amount of clients had doubled from where it's been. More and more people are coming. And I think that's a tribute to New Wave as well as what's going on right now. Because all this stuff that's happening, people, there's more mental issues than you ever
and they're
heard.
getting younger. Okay, they're getting younger. You know the saying that people say is, "Ain't nothing wrong with you. You're too young.
Right.
Stop it. Cut it out."
Right.
I remember when I was sick with cancer. Right. They like, "Oh, girl, you too young." Why would you? I hate the saying. It bugs me. Like it irritates me because you see a 2-year-old with cancer, you see a 5-year-old with cancer. So why would that statement even be in your mind? Right. So when people got mental health and substance abuse. No, it can happen at any age. Again, a lot of people, we drop the ball because you have to look now with your kids and be like, why is my child changing? What happened to make this change? Because you try to know your kids, but some stuff we don't know everything. That's true. You have to start looking at the signs and try to see if you can repair it then, because once it gets too far, not to say that you can't help, but it just a little, it takes a little bit longer.
It sure does. So, I think at this stage, and it's good that there are people that are on fire to serve and to help and to
Mm-hmm.
be about. Uh, God's business is about helping. That's what it is. It's
Yeah.
about helping people come to know the Lord, come to know who they are, and also being you're blessed to be a blessing.
Right.
And I
Correct.
think y'all show that over there right now. Blessed to be one.
Bless.
Come on.
Bless y'all. Bless.
New Wave. Look, you can reach New Wave directly at 443 869
Mm-hmm.
5522. That's 443
443
869
869
5522.
5522.
Look, somebody that's going through some of this stuff, going through these issues.
Mm-hmm.
You need to reach out to them and say, you need the help. Okay. And stop faking like, oh, everything's good. Like you said.
But and also when you do that, watch what you say.
Mm.
And I'll say this: the world right now is really sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not addicted, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how do you think a person with an addiction
Wow.
is sensitive? You got to think about that. Yeah, the world is already sensitive. We can't say this. We can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So if a person has an addiction, why do you think their sensitivity is any less?
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's more because they're not only fighting whatever they're addicted to, they're fighting the fact that they really want to be normal. They want to be regular like they were. Let me not say normal because they're normal, but they have an addiction. So they have an illness.
Mm-hmm.
And don't nobody want to be sick. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be sick. But when you have an addiction, you fighting with yourself and the addiction. So it's like, who's going to win? And a lot of people say don't win all the time. So that's why they need the support of somebody else. But when you're supporting, you cannot, you have to watch your words. You cannot beat the person up. Because even myself, I'm bad with it. I'd be like, all right, then go ahead and do that. And that's the old way I used to say, go ahead and do it then. No, they like, okay, well, give it to me. Let me get high. But that's what we was taught. Like you scare the person, we're like, well, do it then. Let me see. You can't do that. You remember they already fighting with something.
Right.
So you have to find another way
Come on now.
to come with them. You got to find another way. Play games. You know, with kids, you teach them how to learn and play a game. People with addiction are the same way. They're not really, they're grown, but at that point, they're not grown because it's feel like, they're back in the child mode or even teenage mode. And most of the time they go back to wherever they were traumatized at.
That's powerful. That is powerful what you just said.
They're stuck there.
Because somebody's dealing with somebody who's challenged there.
Right.
Right. And they're like, come on, you grown, you still dealing with this
Yep.
instead of talking to them like a child.
Correct.
Not to disrespect them, but to get them away.
But that's where they're at.
Right.
So you have to, and dealing like with Angel and stuff like that. And that's why people in the whole system, you have to know how to talk to people. And I know that's the gift that we have, no matter what room I'm in. And I can even put, it might be weird, like, when you're working at the bar with drunk people, right? People that's intoxicated, right? I have to realize what point are they at to talk to them.
Okay.
And they grown, but once that liquor hit them, they're not that same person no more. I see them walk in one way, and when they leave out there another way. And my line is, people always say, Toni, don't talk to drunk people. I don't, because I don't argue with drunk people. I'll get you tomorrow. When you sober up, then we come back, we talk about it. Because if I had that discussion, it's not meaning anything. I'm frustrated myself, and you having a ball because you still nice on the sauce.
Right.
So I don't do it. They say, Toni, don't talk to drunk people. Let's go. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
You being real about it. It makes so much sense, because it's hard if you don't know how to deal with someone, right? Then you'll either abandon them or you'll drive them away. Drive them to the thing you're trying to keep them away from.
Yeah. So you have to know everybody can't. Everybody think they can do everything. It's not just easy. Maybe I think I woke up and knew how to do it. Me and Angel woke up, we knew how to do it. But you have to be trained in it for real.
Okay.
Because you can make it worse.
Okay.
And if you can't give that attention, you might make the person run away. And one word can change that.
What are some of the basic phases? Somebody's out there right now. They know somebody who's drug addicted or dealing with substance abuse or whatever, and they want to get connected. What happens when they first make the decision to call in? Take me through that a little bit.
When they call or somebody meets somebody and trying to get them help.
Somebody trying to get them help, or it could be the person themselves finally heard this and they said, "Let me get this number. I need to go. I need to find it."
The first step is to listen.
Okay.
Let them vent. Like some people just don't have anybody to talk to.
Okay.
So you know how you
so
say
do they first come in and then you kind of intake them.
They come in, they do an intake and things like that. But the initial part is getting them there, like you said. So you don't know where you meet. You meet people all the time, right? And you have to listen to the story because most people just want somebody to talk to. So then you have to come in and say, well, guess what? I got somewhere and I think it'll help you out.
Mm.
New Wave, we got New Wave at 4419 Falls Road
Right.
that can help you out.
Right.
You know, and when you meet Angel, I promise you're gonna be fine.
Mm.
Which is the whole staff, because it's not just Angel that make it, but she's the head. So she has a whole great staff that helps with all of this stuff. But the first step is listening to them and saying, okay, I got you. They want somebody to have them.
Right.
See, they don't have anybody. You got to say, okay, I got your back.
Right.
If you fall, I still got you. I'm gonna pick you up. Yeah, and people come in, they upset. They're a little bit embarrassed about if their urine is dirty and stuff, even though they know it.
Okay.
Guess what? We got you. This is what we're gonna do to help the next one be clean.
Wow.
You can't say, oh, it's dirty. You're gonna get you. No, you can't spank them. They already know. That's why they're here.
Right.
What can I do to help you to make the next one clean?
Okay.
Or to help you go to groups. Okay. Go to groups so you can talk about some stuff. A lot of stuff is communication. Group. Just you talking about what's going on, and somebody that most of the time is somebody that been in your shoe, because nobody can tell a story better than somebody that lived through it, that's going through it now. Because even though you are clean, you still struggle every day.
Wow.
So you can have years, but that don't mean you can't fall off. Okay. So that person is no better. Okay. And even us that never had a addiction, guess what? It can still happen to you just like that. So you can't go on anywhere because, you're in treatment. You're a certain way. No, half these people had jobs, probably better jobs than us, and careers, and they know how to do things. Something just happened in their life that made the left instead of the right. And you just hope that you can bring them back to the right and help. Some people you can't. You won't be able to. But if you can change one person, and that person can go on and do that, because it's all about a story you can tell. So somebody said, I went to New Wave, and New Wave did this, this, and this. Because New Wave about to have a graduation. It's people that succeed in this.
Is that right?
Thing. Yeah, and Angel Brown is going to do it like a whole graduation.
She did tell me a little bit about a whole graduation.
It's going to be better than our graduation that we had in life. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yes, I promise you.
Okay. She
can't
help but do it small.
She cannot do nothing small.
Right.
I'm a little scared of it, but we're gonna see. I bet it's gonna be good though. So you have to be able. Somebody has to be able to tell that story so somebody know they can do it. You ever see somebody working? You're like, I want that house. Okay, right. I want to be clean like that.
Right. Wow.
You did this. I want that. Right. So I was on the street. I was homeless. She got a house now. This is what she did to do it. But again, you have to be able to do the work. They have to be able to do the work. You just have to give them the resources and things they need to help them, but that's all you really can do.
So you're putting them in an environment, you're giving them an encouraging environment, you're giving them love, okay? You're giving them structure as well, because you said you intake them. Yep. After you intake them, what happens after that?
They go to a process, they get a counselor, and that person identifies like what level they on, and then you come up with a treatment plan. Okay. Like if treatment you get your blueprint, like this is what I'm gonna do. Okay. So that's the blueprint that they need to follow. Again, we can only make it and help them.
So they have to agree to it. You sit down with the plan and say, here's the treatment plan.
They agree to it. Yep. And but again, who's got to play that out? They do.
Right.
You can only put it down, and they have to want to follow it. But you also have to continue to be a support. Okay. To tell them you got this. People just want encouraging words. You got this. You know how people are, and it's the same. Remember, you think they older and 50, 40, whatever, 25, whatever they are, but they still want to hear the same thing that other people want to hear. Right. They want to know that somebody care. Right. They want to know that you love them. They want to know that you really there.
You don't got excited.
Oh, I'm really up in there. I'm really up in there because these people they want and even people that ain't addicted, y'all. Your husband want it, your wife want it. Same thing.
Thank you.
Everybody want a little bit of affection and want to know that they accepted and loved.
That's right.
So
come on.
That's what we doing at New Wave Health Services, y'all. 443-869-5522. Y'all hear me?
Where's it located at?
4419 Falls Road, y'all.
Listen, if you just tuned in right now, listen, you are tuning into the Angel Brown Effect show. And Angel's not here right now. Sitting in for her is her sister Toni. Okay, and we got a little bit more time left, so we're gonna go in a little bit more. She may be calling in, she may not.
We'll see. Look at her showing off.
Angel, where you at? Where are you at? All right,
she's showing off.
But listen, Toni, you're doing an excellent job. Okay, communicating this. I want to go to the next phase. All right, intake. Right. You sit down with a treatment plan because somebody's learning this. But say they don't get to this. Say somebody's living somewhere else. They don't have a organization like this to go to, and they got to try to do this at home. or do this, whatever.
Mhm.
Okay. So you just told them, talk to them. You
Mhm.
first get them some encouragement, get them some strength, talk and find out where they at. Then next you said,
But
you
Mike,
said
see,
have
here
a
you go.
treatment
See,
plan.
this is what we do.
Mhm.
Everybody want to do it in house, but it's rare that you can do it. You
Mm.
need to be around. See that's when you put yourself in a little space.
Okay.
So if you home trying to do it, some people, okay,
Mhm.
and that was only back then when things were different, the addictions were different, and the stuff that the chemicals they used were different.
Okay.
Wasn't as hard to get off.
Mm.
These chemicals now, because everybody just putting stuff
Good
together,
point. Good point.
are different.
So you saying, listen,
They
if you
have to
think
have
you
it.
can just sit here and do
You
this by
can't.
yourself at home,
Mhm.
okay,
A few people
you
can,
make
but
it,
it doesn't work
it's
like
very
that.
difficult. It's
Mhm.
rare that you're able
Mhm.
to just, you know,
You need that support.
you
That's
need
the whole
help.
part. A big part of recovery is a support system.
Okay. Mhm.
To know that you got if you fall, because it's times when people go back and do it 3-4 times.
Wow.
Guess what? We still love you. Come back again, start over.
So if you fall off the wagon,
You
if
come
you
back
will,
in,
come on
and
back
we
in.
still right there. The wagon still there. New wave still saying, "Come back, I got you."
Okay.
It happens most of the time, but again, they're comfortable to know they got somewhere to come. You can't make it scary to say, "Oh, if you fall off, you can't come back. We throwing you away."
Mhm.
No, it don't happen like that because that's how it is. You have to keep. You're still battling once you leave
Mm.
because the world didn't stop using.
Right.
Nothing stopped. So you still, and then some people they get the help, but what they say you got to change people and places.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's not able to change people and places.
Right.
Where you gonna live?
Right. Right.
So you want to, but then now you gotta go back. Say you gotta go back to
So it takes a hard.
Park Heights somewhere, right? Where you
Mhm.
want to get out of that. Everybody
And
don't
you
have
see
the
all that around
ability
you. Right.
to move from where they're at,
Okay. Come on.
and sometimes you need that. But so now you have to still go to these groups. You have to still continue. It's a continuing thing. It just don't stop after
Yeah.
a couple months.
Okay.
This is a lifetime. You know what? Like if people on alcohol, you go to AA,
Right.
you still have to have something because it's still there.
Right.
You just suppressing it, trying to do something else and trying to not do it. But
Okay.
addiction is addiction.
Okay.
Like I'm addicted to ice cream. Somebody got to stop me from eating it every night.
Oh, you really?
It's crazy.
What kind of ice cream?
It don't even matter. It just got to be there.
You like the chunky ice cream?
Every
The-
type.
with the-
And that's addiction.
Tony, get away from that freezer. Get away from that freezer. What are you doing? Come here, girl. Come on.
I'm
Come on.
telling you, it's bad. It's bad, y'all. It is bad.
You know, I think it's good to know that that there is organizations out here like that with people that care in that capacity, but then also understand
Mm-hmm.
how you have to operate.
Correct.
Okay. And so I think you need to talk to the people. Talk to the people right now. And those that, because who's listening right now? Somebody could be listening who's dealing with it.
Correct.
Others are listening who knows someone who's dealing
Mhm.
with some whatever challenge. And let me just say this right now: don't get so high and mighty on yourself just because you're not going through this particular thing. You've got a thing too.
Yep.
We all got a
We
thing.
all got a thing.
Right.
We all got
So
a thing.
this it happens to be the thing we're talking about right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could get out of yourself, maybe you can help somebody else.
So listen,
Talk
you
to them.
guys.
Mhm.
If you know anybody, even if it's yourself, just give them the number. You know, tell them to call New Wave. Is online. You can look up New Wave Health Services. And just is the first step. The first step is saying like, okay, I want some help. And if you want some help, New Wave Health Services will be the best place for you guys to go. Just don't go too far in it. Just tell somebody I love you and I got somewhere that can probably help you, because you might don't have the answer yourself. You haven't been through it, so you don't know. So send them over to New Wave Health Services, 4419 Falls Road. Again, the number is 443-869-5522. And we're waiting for you guys. We're going to treat you just like family.
So Angel said you're on your own, Tony.
Oh,
you're on your own. She said she had to take care of an issue.
I'm not
at
shocked.
New Wave.
I'm not shocked.
Okay.
But she know Big
And
Sis
so
got it.
She's on her phone. Actually, it was an emergency, so she's on the phone taking care of that. And I'm serious. She's serious about it. She just reached out to us. I think that the teamwork. I just love the fact that she can call you
Right.
and say, "Hey, I need you to go. I need you to go do the show.
All
I
the
need you to go
time.
get this and make sure you give out good information, that you're helping people and everything that's going."
Yeah.
Go ahead and wrap up with what Angel might say or what you want to leave with the
Y'all
people.
know that
You
whole
got about 30
She
seconds.
still say that, hey, Baltimore stuff.
She still say, "Hey, Baltimore,"
Hey,
but I told
Baltimore.
her she can't anymore
She
because
can't
we're
say
going all around the world. Okay.
Hey, world. Okay, you guys, thanks for listening to me and Mike. Okay, Angel will be here next weekend, right, Mike?
Yes.
Okay, same time, y'all. So make sure you check us out. New Wave Health Services. Don't forget, we have you. Okay. Have a good one,
Go,
y'all.
go ahead and say you pat your back.
Oh, look, pat yourself on the back, Baltimore. We saying the world now. Pat yourself on the back, y'all. That girl and her slogan.
Let's go. That's right.
I'm gonna get her. I knew she was gonna do that. Little wench.
Go ahead and talk to her.
All right,
You're still
y'all.
on there, right? Yeah.
I know Mike always set me up with this thing, y'all. I don't even go on live at all.
She did a good job.
So if you guys need anything, y'all can hit it out, put it in the box. Mike can make sure we get it. But mental health and substance abuse is real, you guys. So don't take it lightly. It's not for fake. It's not on the internet. It's not on internet stuff. How they say it's real life. So for real life, you can contact New Wave Health Services for your mental health and substance abuse issues, and we'll make sure you're good. All right, guys.